Let's try to understand this logic using an example. So let's assume that the data we wanted to transmit was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for simplification, let us think in decimal domain. So we are not sure always that this data should be always divisible by the key. In this case, we are talking key as 11. So we cannot always say that this should be always divisible by 11. So the data can be anything. Therefore, to ensure that the data is always divisible by 11, so we add another extra digit and let us say it is 0 in the beginning, and then try to divide it by 11, and then what we get is 21323.6. That means this is not exactly divisible by 11, so there is some fraction. So if we get to the next one, that means 21323.4. So that can give us the actual value what to be added here. So if you multiply this by 11 minus our original data 23456, then what we get is a 4. Therefore, if we say, then the exact value to be transmitted is 23456 and a 4 here. So this will be perfectly divisible by 11. So when this is sent and anything changes by any value, it will never be again divisible by 11. Therefore, very, very rare chances are that in spite of error, we get it again divisibility by 11. So in this case, example is 11, but in reality, we talk with a very big number as a divisor. Therefore, getting the changes and still maintaining the remainder 0 is almost impossible. So that's the logic of CRC. So this whole thing can be seen in another way, that just find out what is the remainder we get if we divide 23456 with 11. So the remainder of this is 7. So that means this is already having 7 extra. And to make it exactly divisible by 11, we need to add 4 to that. So that makes 11. So that will be exactly divisible by 11. So that means to this we need to add a 4, and that makes our result to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. So this confirms that when this is transmitted and if exactly same thing is received, we just try to divide that by 11, and if the remainder is 0, yes, we are 100% sure that there is no error. And if there is error, definitely there would be some reminder, and this reminder will remind us that there is some error, and that case the receiver will request the transmitter to resend it again. So that's example we think of in terms of decimal, but in reality, the in binary, the whole situation is done through XOR. How it is done, we see in our next session.